was kind of funny, like the ending solo of one of the songs. It was just all the gain went away on my guitar. It sounded like a country solo. So sometimes stuff like that happens. You can't avoid it, man. Like,
Gus, thank you so much for your time. Welcome to Toronto. We are honored that you squeezed in one Canadian show on this tour. Very special. Thank you so much. How's it going?
I'm happy about this, actually. I specifically asked the agents that we have to go to Canada. We have to do something. I said, even if it's just one show, and we were close to Toronto, I said, please get us a show there. So we made it happen.
You made it happen.
Yeah. I've been good, man. I've been good. Yeah, thanks for having me again.
My pleasure. I mean, I can't wait for the show. I'm gonna just stroke your ego a little bit, because we spoke not too long ago, and that was before the album came out. And like most interviewers, I had a chance to listen to the album once or twice before that. Now the album is out. Everybody had time to digest it.
Yeah.
Without any bullshit. I'm not trying to get into your backstage because I'm already here. But this is my favorite Firewind album.
Really?
This really is. I really love the interaction between you and Herbie as a singer. I think his voice is fantastic for your sound. And I think that on this album, he really found himself, he really puts his mark on it. This is a new era. This is album number 2 in a new era for Firewind.
Yes.
But you have a ton of back catalog. So for tonight's show, what should we expect? Is it a lot of the new era, or should we expect some old hits as well?
It's a little bit of both. We focus a lot on the new album, obviously, because this is what we are here to promote. And hopefully turn people onto. But there's certain songs that are staples on our set list, and we just have to do them. We do leave some out because it's with a band like us that we have had 10 albums, it's just honestly, it's practically impossible. We leave to do everything. I mean, you would need like a three-hour long show
to cover everything.
Properly.
Yeah.
And but we try to do this as good as we can, and because also one of the things is that we don't get to do many headline tours in North America. I wanted the set list to include as much of the best stuff, if you like, as possible. Some stuff is left out, but I think that we've done a good job at the set list. It's, for the most part, I think it will be enjoyable and cover the biggest part of our career. So I think anybody who's in the audience who's been following the band for years, they'll hear early stuff like the middle era of the band or something in the later era. So there's a little bit of everything.
People that are here tonight that have been with the band for a long time, they'll see, they'll find things from all the different eras. But something that I've noticed with, let's call it classic metal bands, in Toronto, the crowd seems to be getting younger and younger. What's the crowd been like for you in the previous shows on this tour already? Because there's a whole new generation of metalheads that might not really know your whole back story, but have only just discovered you on the last 1 or 2 albums.
Yeah, the crowds have been like a mix. We have some of the younger fans, but we also have the older, the diehards, the people that have been following us for 20 years. So it's a mix of more adult audience and younger audience.
Yeah. I mean, we have a very cool, balanced lineup tonight as well. So definitely a package that can appeal to both the younger and the older crowd.
We are hoping, we have Edge of Paradise, who are a young band, and they appeal, like you said, to a lot of the younger audience right now. Female-fronted metal band, they're great, and we have Immortal Guardian, who's a absolutely killer prog power metal band. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's something in for everybody on this package.
Exactly. Now, this is a hectic tour, and your master plan tour also hectic, and the year is not even halfway through. It's going to be a crazy year. For somebody that is maybe to kind of draw the bridge with yourself and the bands that you're bringing on to give them a little bit more time in the spotlight. How does somebody like yourself, with all your energy or experience, make sure that you don't burn out with like a schedule like this? And are you able to coach these younger bands a little bit on that as well?
Well, I'm a very like when I'm not on stage, I'm a very quiet guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like to keep to myself. I just do what I have to do. For me, I also approach the day-to-day business of the band as a day job a little bit.
Yeah.
And where I have fun and I'm a kid again is when I get up on stage.
Yeah.
The rest of the day, I just keep to myself. I just try to stay focused, um, do the things that I have to do, and of course, I'm always available to talk to anybody from our traveling party, the other bands and stuff. Whoever wants to, pick my brain for certain things, I'm always there for them, and I do the same for them because I learn from them too.
Right.
I want to see how the younger guys do it as well and what they think. Like for example, we have Gabriel from Immortal Guardian, keyboard player, guitar
Mm-hmm.
player. He's doing also the lights for us, and he's brought like a small light show, and the guy is just so talented on so many levels. And I've been talking to him about like production stuff and lights and how to program this and that, and he understands that world totally, and I'm like complete bozo when it comes to all that stuff. So I get as much info out of them as probably they get out of me.
Yeah. So a question now that you talk about production and all that kind of good stuff. This lineup has 4 people in the band.
Yeah.
That has not always been the case. So how materially different are some of the renditions, if you will, that you bring with today's lineup of these older songs? Like, do they change a lot?
No, I wouldn't say that because we use all the keyboards that we've had on the albums right now on a track. So I would say it sounds way closer to the record than it did before.
Okay.
Because previously, when we had
live,
a keyboard player, it was played live, and not all the layers were able to be reproduced, and we were not playing to a click track. And our keyboard player used to go between guitar and keyboard all the time. So it was a little bit of a. I mean, visually, it was very cool to watch him play and stuff. But a lot of the keyboards were missing, and now all the parts are there. So I don't think like sonically, I don't think anything is missing yet.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, playing with click tracks and backing tape, that also means that you can't just decide on a whim, I'm gonna extend the solo here, or I'm gonna do something fun. Whenever you feel like
we don't do that. We don't do that. We never really did that. We were never really that band that improvised on stage and just did jams. We're not that type of band. I do more of that stuff on my solo band, but for Firewind, it's a very well-timed show, well-rehearsed show. We like to know what we're gonna play, so there are no surprises. Sure, if there's any technical issues, we deal with them on stage. Yeah, that happens to everybody. But other than that, what you see is a very well-rehearsed, well-oiled machine, and man, we just get our energy every night, and I think that's what we want to put on a great show sonically and visually, and that's what we set out to do, and I think that starts to translate.
So far on this tour, no Spinal Tap moments.
There were a couple. Believe me. I mean, yesterday one of my amps kind of like gave up on me. Almost, I thought it blew up. It gave up on me yesterday in the middle of the show, and I just quickly switched. I have backup, of course. And we continued on the show. But it was kind of funny, like the ending solo of one of the songs. It was just all the gain went away in my guitar. It sounded like a country solo. So sometimes stuff like that happens. You can't avoid it, man. And then one guy who just kept yelling at me, "You fucked it up, Gus." I said, "Look, when you shred like
It's
I
real
do,
life.
no, so when you shred like I do, the amps just give up on you. You know,
There you go. The amps don't exist
they
that can
can't
control.
they can't take
Gus.
it. You know, they have to retire. So.
Awesome. I mean, this album feels like it was a little bit more inspired by those late 70s, early 80s, some rainbow sounds in there maybe as well. But, you know, you're not only considered one of the contemporary greats, but you've played with a lot of greats and what have you. I know that you can be nostalgic in your own music selection. So what's playing on the bus?
Nothing.
Interesting.
Nothing. No music on the bus. Just quiet.
Just quiet.
I don't listen to music at all on this tour.
Okay.
Because I'm doing so many shows this year that I'm not.
You need to give yourself a break.
Even on the previous tour in Europe, because Herbie's the guy with the controls Spotify playlist and stuff, and even Herbie's just goes straight to bed. In Europe, he was sitting downstairs on the lounge because in Europe we have the double deckers.
Right.
He would just sit there and play all his AOR music and all that stuff, but I was like always upstairs just chilling.
Yeah.
So.
How long does it take after a show for you to
wind down?
To wind down.
Probably a couple of hours. You know, by the time you get everything packed, have a shower, just make sure you don't leave anything behind, and then get to the bus, relax a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna not let you wind down, but get wound up for the show. I look so forward to all 3 sets, obviously, but I'm excited to hear some of these new songs live. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And I know this is not the last time we see you in Toronto.
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll keep our eyes open for more announcements. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.